viewers. This time we're going to try the TSC-X in Train Simulator Classic. Now, I grabbed the TS Classic rail driver and joystick interface from the Dovetail forums and installed it. And interestingly, it actually knows about the Sim Workshop controller. So it just found it, and it seems to have kind of configured it. So it knows that X, Y, and Z for loco brake, train brake, and the throttle. I'm not sure about the button mappings. I'm not sure what it's done there. And it did have a Railworks data extractor, so it pulled out all this stuff. So let's have a look at the button map. Of course, let's put that thing over there. Of course, yes, I want to open it. All right, so it's done activate cab camera for that one, activate follow camera for that one, AWS resets that one, which isn't a surprise. Bell, it's done 14, which is, I don't know, one of these. So, but it's just defaulted to a bunch of stuff. So doors open left and right, 3 and 4. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 is those. Okay. Emergency brake is that one, which isn't that surprising. Engine start and engine stop, it's done those. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 start and stop. Okay. Headlights, it's used that one, I think. Horn, it's used that. So that makes sense. Master key is 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That one. Reverser, it doesn't seem to have done a reverser thing. And wipers, I think it's that one. Well, let's give it a try. What could go wrong? No, we don't want to do the Brocken. Let's, oh yeah. Let's try this. It's during the day, I hope, isn't it? Yep, it is. Good. Sorry about the background noise in this one. So let me just turn off the Cobra stuff and let's see what happens. Okay, so well, that's not doing either of those, the ones I thought were headlights. But, let's get in here. Okay, horn doesn't seem to do anything. So I don't think we had a lever assigned for reverser, so let's just put that into forwards. And we don't seem to have any workings on the levers or anything. So I think there's something else to do here, because whatever it was supposed to do, it didn't do. Oh, you want to know what? Watch this. Let me show you how clever I am. Start callback. Okay. Now let's try that. Okay. What about... okay, so... Alright. Whoops. I seem to have tripped PCS. But anyway, it's doing its thing. It's working. Yeah, headlights. Alright. What about wipers? Yeah, okay. That works. Emergency brake. So let's put it into neutral and braked. So let's release that. Brakes off. Let's put that back into forwards. Okay, so it's got bell on the bottom, and it's doing it as a toggle, and horn on the top, and it's doing that as a press. I might have to look at how it set that up, because that could be handy in Train Sim World. Let's just get these wipers off. Headlights, wipers off. Wipers off. Wipers off. Wipers off. Okay, turn it right and it turns the wipers off. Alright. So let's try this then. Brakes released, yes. Throttle 3. I've probably still got PCS open, I think. It's got some kind of notched brake thing, so it's doing funny stuff. Is it actually releasing the brakes? No, it's still holding the brakes because I think I popped PCS. Curious how we fix that. But the levers and things are basically working, so let's jump out of here and let's jump into a different train that's a little more cooperative. Let's jump into something simple. They're not simple. Where's all my pommy stuff gone? Let's choose a route. There you go. Birmingham Cross City. That'll be fine. Let's go with that. Start. Let's see what it's done. All right, so okay, headlights, wipers. All right. And it's probably not using any of those levers. So master key on, reversative forward. Acknowledge that, that works. Let's turn off the DRA. And can we get doors open? I think doors is just T or something here, isn't it? There we go. Doors right. I didn't actually know you could tell it which doors to open in Train Sim Classic, so there you go. Apparently you can. Just wait a moment to see if this actually works or not. But we should be able to move the lever and at least get some activity happening there. And we can. Okay, good. Well, that works. What about emergency brake? Apparently that's not mapped. Okay. I was hoping it would just push that, but it didn't. It's almost time to go. So doors, do we just press? Oh, I'll close by themselves, won't they? Because it's Train Sim Classic. This doors right, I think, come from the Cobra software. Weirdly. There you go. Doors are closing. Back in the cab. Bit of horny action. And that just works. Well, we didn't really have to do anything. It just works. That's kind of cool. That's the Cobra software. It appears to know what trains you've got because it extracts all of the controller stuff from the AP files. It took it about 25 minutes to do that with my collection. So it just sort of seems to know how to drive stuff. It's kind of handy. Now, I think it has the same trouble with advanced brake scripting that the rail driver does, which is why that Alaska train didn't work terribly well. There's an AWS warning there by the looks. I'm not a fan of that text that it's writing on things. But that's not the TSC controller, that's the Cobra software. It's actually working okay. All right, let's jump out of here and try a steam engine, because we know how well that worked in Train Sim World. So let's try and let's see if there's one for a steam engine. Of course, a lot of those have advanced scripting on them, which is never cool. Clear Creek, yeah, that's not going to be a good example. We must have a steam engine somewhere. Rose Pass, Malmesbury. Malmesbury has steam engines, but they've got complex scripting. I'm hesitant of trying one at complex scripting because it doesn't work with rail driver. Riviera Line. In the 50s. Let's do that. Okay, let's grab that one. Curious to see what will be what here. Let's just zero the levers while this loads up, and we'll see what happens. Of course, it's in the dark. See manual for details. What? Just put me in my train. But let's come back to one that's in daylight. Throttle, okay. Brakes. We still don't have anything for reverser, do we? So that's a bit boring. Well, you know, it's just working, isn't it? About headlights? No. So we don't have lamps on this thing by the looks of it. Well, it is kind of working. Yeah, alright. TSC is really simple, it just works. Download the Cobra software, install it, and it just seems to do stuff by itself. So we'll go and have a look at that. I'll be interested to see stop callback. I'll be curious. Let's just have a look at the button maps, because I want to look at Bell, because I was quite curious how that was actually working, you know. Where is it opened at? It's opened on another screen, of course. Here we go. Bell. So let's just have a look at that. Edit the current command. So it just presses the button. That's it. Okay. It's not complex at all. What about the horn? What did it do for that? Because it holds the horn, whereas the bell was momentary. Horn. And it's space. And edit the current command. And it just does that momentary. So I don't know how it's managing to do what it was doing, because it's interesting config. But anyway, it does actually know what I'm running, which is interesting. So looks like you can edit them individually. Oh, look at that. That's for the Black 5, which is what we're driving in the dark. Reverser says reverser. So it seems that there is a reverser lever, but I didn't really get one there. Let's just edit that and see what it's set to. Eh? So it is assigned to a reverser lever, apparently. I'm not sure which one it was working on. Mind you, this is the rail... Oh, no, this isn't actually rail driver, is it? So it's... Our reverser's not assigned, see? There's no lever. So if I assigned the reverser to one of those levers, So instead of the loco brake, let's put reverser on there. So let's edit that one, assign an axis and put that on there. Sim Workshop Z. And I'll say yes, I want to change the button allocation and OK. And I want to save the changes and go start callback and go back to our train, even though it's a bit hard to see because it's in the dark. Does that work now? It does, look at that. So that works well. Yeah, very happy with that. Oh, you can't see it, can you? Let's come back to one that's actually daylight. I think that's a good idea. So in TSC, you have to edit them loco by loco, which is just a little bit boring, I guess. But let's go back to that same one. Is that one during the daytime? 2:15. Yep, that'll be better. Let's go back in there. Use the same loco again. So what I did is I went into the, just while that's loading, is I went into the Cobra software and I told the reverser to actually have a mapping. And then in the loaded lever map, I told it that I wanted to use a different one. So let's get rid of that again. And oh, I haven't got that at 0. Okay, brakes. Oh, we're not actually in the same loco anymore, are we? So is that... Oh, it's still going to work though. So it did do it globally. Okay. So I have mapped the reverser properly now. So let's go into forwards. It's about 60, 65. Ah, it's got a hole. And brakes release. That's working pretty much the way you'd expect. Bring the reverser back now. Yeah. And brakes. Yep, that's pretty much working exactly the way you'd expect it to. That's good. All right, Train Simulator Classic. So it's a little bit easier in here because all I did was load it up and I didn't really have to do very much. It noticed I had the TSC-X and it loaded all of my locomotives and it's configured itself. But it just seems to work. Now, with the caveat that locomotives with advanced scripting, like that Alaska one we tried at the start, seem to be a little bit on the poor side, but that's the same with Raildriver. So I don't think that's a disadvantage for this thing in the slightest. All of the advanced scripting engines tend to turn to poo when you try and control them with anything other than keyboard, because the people who wrote the advanced scripting only really thought about the keyboard, with the exception of Mike Rennie of Smokebox, who lets you turn stuff off, and New Zealand Train Sim Workshops, who also let you turn off the advanced scripting. All right, that's been it for Train Sim Classic then. Okay, have fun, folks. If you've got any questions, chuck them down below in the chat. We'll see what we can do to help you out. Bye.